Number 3, dysfunctional type of communication is silent. Silence. This is emotional starvation. And this takes place in several ways. One is punishing silence, means going to bed on anger. This is what I did now when Karen and I got married. I would verbally abuse her, and then I would go silent for 2 or 3 days or 4 days at a time. And it was very, very dysfunctional. By the way, when you go to bed on anger, the Bible says in Ephesians 4, you give the devil a foothold. The word is diablos. It means slander. As soon as you go to bed on anger, the devil interprets your spouse's behavior to you. And the next morning when you wake up, that anger is not only more deeply embedded inside of you, but you have the interpretation that your spouse is out to get you. The devil hates your marriage. He hates every relationship that you're in, and he uses every opportunity to accuse you to others and others to you. And unresolved anger is his number one entry point into our lives. So this punishing silence, it doesn't harm our spouse as much as it harms us and the entire relationship. Another thing is just nonverbal kind of people. Now, typically this would be a man. I know some women are more nonverbal, but typically this would be a man who's nonverbal. I had a couple in counseling when I first started in pre-marriage counseling, and this man didn't talk. And I'm saying that in the pre-marriage counseling sessions that we had, I don't think he said more than 10 sentences. I just couldn't make him, and I tried. And every time I asked him a question, she answered it. And she loved to talk. And they divorced later on. I mean, I kept saying to him, why can't you talk? And he would just kind of stop and not talk. Well, later on, I mean, he just emotionally starved her out, even though she ignored it at first. If you're a nonverbal person, the chances are there's some damage there. There's a reason from your past, hurt from your mother, hurt from your father, shame, abuse, something. You might be a naturally kind of a quiet person anyway, but what you need to realize is you have to learn to communicate. It's the lifeline of marriage. It's one of the greatest needs that a woman has. A woman's need for open and honest communication is as profound as a man's need for sex. And men can understand how profound their need for sex is. And if your wife doesn't give you sex, how much that hurts. That's what she feels like when you don't talk to her, because women are 3 times more verbal than men. And they need more words than we need. I say this to men all the time. Do you want your wife to have sex with you every time she feels like it? And you're saying, no, really. I really want her to take one for the team and, be more sexual than she feels. Okay, well, the question is, do you think she wants you to talk when you feel like it? Because you wouldn't talk very often, because we don't have the same need. And so if you're a quiet type of a man, you need to understand you're emotionally starving your wife. You need to talk. We need to talk. Don't use punishing silence, and don't just think that she needs too much communication. It's a need. Number 4, public communication. And that is revealing details about your spouse in public, either innocently, not understanding that it's violating them. And men are very emotionally modest. Men will not share openly if they feel like you're going to tell your friends about it or your family members about it. Men are very emotionally modest. The second thing is some people go out into public to get their spouse back. And I had an aunt and an uncle that every time you got around them, they were always hammering each other in public. And there just needs to be a code that we have, and that is, if I have anything to say to you, I'm going to say it to you in private. But when we go out in public, I will always honor you in front of our friends and family. I'm never going to uncover you unless it's damage, unless there's something that you're doing that is a destructive behavior and we're doing it for the sake of intervention and love. Number 5 is sarcastic. And sarcastic communication always includes anger, always does. When you're teasing in marriage, it's funny. You're teasing each other, you're just kind of, having fun and going back and forth. There's not a victim, and afterwards, there's not any ill will whatsoever. But sarcasm is an illegitimate form of communication. Now, again, I want to say, we live in a sarcastic society. A smart aleck, sarcastic society, and we just have to say to ourselves, it doesn't matter how funny it is. It doesn't matter if comedians do it. It doesn't matter who else does it. It's wrong and it hurts my spouse. Sarcasm.
Thank you for joining us. Experience the life-changing series Sex, Love, and Communication on CD or DVD. Follow your interests and get social by connecting with Jimmy and Karen and the Ministry of Marriage Today on Twitter. Marriage Today's latest book, Lifelong Love Affair, is an essential tool couples can turn to again and again for inspiration and strength. Order your copy today. Become a rock-solid partner today and equip yourself with the tools you need for a successful marriage. $14, $28, or $56 per month. Choose the partnership level that's right for you. Become a rock-solid partner today.